Hi, and welcome to Distance Assistance for April 7th, 2020. With us again is Marielle Milano from our Digital Curriculum Learning Department, and I'm Sarah Ah from the Social Media Office here at OCPS. We are here to get our questions answered, the questions that are coming to us on social media, email, questions to the front office desk at OCPS, etc. So Marielle, let's start with iReady. There are math and reading sections on iReady. What can a parent do if their child is having some trouble with that, either accessing it technologically or if they have trouble with what their teacher is assigning them?
So there is a quick way to get into iReady, which is to go through Launchpad. And once your students get in through that door, then anything that seems like it's a miss, you can go ahead and ask iReady support for. So our parents can call this number if they need technical support with iReady. It's 1-800-225-0248. And there's also an awesome iReady support email address, and that's i-ready support at CAINC.com. And either of those numbers will get parents some quick and easy answers. So I hope that helps.
That's awesome. And I love that you're showcasing the whiteboard here too. These are the kinds of things that our teachers might be sharing with our students, and students might be seeing this kind of thing in instruction, right?
Yeah, this is one of the ways that our math teachers are demonstrating math problems, and our primary teachers are demonstrating word formation on Big Blue Button during distance learning.
For an elementary school family is wondering about the paper homework packets, if they've requested them, how are they coming, and how do they return them?
So the paper homework packets are being mailed to the address that you have on file with the school. They should arrive for next week before the week begins on Monday. And in terms of returning them, please contact your child's school, because each school has set up a different mechanism for drop-off. So there might be a box by the front door or a special place that parents can deposit those and keep it moving.
Okay, and I would imagine that the reason that schools do it differently is because every school has a different kind of population and a different kind of setup. Maybe some of the schools have a meal distribution site, so they need to do it a little differently, right?
Yes, and I'm so glad you mentioned the meal distribution sites. So if for some reason your packet doesn't arrive by Monday, or there's something else going on, there are extra packets available at most of the grab and go sites.
Oh, good. Great to know. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. We've got a question about Google Classroom and Google Drive and the password. So what happens if the password's not working or somebody's having trouble with that? What do they do? And this is, again, for elementary school students. If the answer is a little bit different for the secondary students, then we can do that second.
So our elementary students, some of them are having a little bit of trouble getting into Google Drive, probably because they haven't used it much before. So if the parent goes in there and they put in the password and they're sure they put it in right and it's just not working, let your teacher know, and the teacher will contact their technology support representative, and they can reset your student's Google password, and we should be able to get you moving pretty quickly. For the secondary level, if your student has locked themselves out of Google Drive, then they need to reset their password. And again, they can do that by visiting studentid.ocps.net.
Awesome. And we went through that in last week's video as well. So great. Thank you very much, Marielle. Okay, we're going to move on to the Parent Canvas app. And so how do I get the pairing code? If I'm a parent, I have one child in there and I need to get a second child into my account, I need a pairing code. How does that work?
So it's actually, you don't need a pairing code anymore. So pairing codes are like 2019, Sarah. Okay, so our pairing codes
out of date. My apologies.
Updated now that we have Skyward. So when you log into the OCPS parent portal and you click on Canvas Parent, it's going to techno-magically pair you with all your kiddos. Well, what happens if you see one kiddo and then the other kiddo is left out? Again, no need to stress. Just go ahead and let your teacher know. This typically happens with elementary school students for some reason. You just let that elementary teacher know and they can put in a digital support ticket and we can get that straightened out for you on the back end. Just make sure you let someone know. Don't stall, call.
Okay, good. That's great to know. Thank you very much. Next, we have questions about the textbooks online. So all of our textbooks are online for parents and for students to see, correct?
They are, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Launchpad. And I know we looked at this a little bit last week as well. When your student logs into their Launchpad at launchpad.ocps.net, they're going to see some icons that look a little bit like this. And they can find their textbooks under the My Backpack app, which organizes their textbooks by their subject area, or they can click on McGraw-Hill for elementary science. They can click on Think Central for elementary math and for elementary English language arts. And they can click on Studies Weekly for elementary social studies. Now, one of the reasons that My Backpack app is so helpful is that if you don't think you can remember which app is which, you just click on My Backpack and your child's schedule is there and the books are right underneath each class.
That is perfect information. Thank you so much for all of that, Marielle. That's going to do it for us for this edition of Distance Assistance 101. We thank you for joining us. If you have questions, look for the link that is at the bottom of this post, and you can submit your question, and we'll try to get to it next time. Thanks. Take care, Marielle.
Bye.